Fred and Keith for Get the Most Out of Your Workout. We're talking about the lats today. This is a common thing we find with CrossFitters is tight lats. Let's talk about the back squat first off. In this back squat position, our arm is got the bar racked in that position. We want the lat to be quiet here. So we want that elbow in the plane of the body. A common mistake we sometimes see is we'll see people wing that elbow back. When that elbow wings back, what that does is it engages the lat, because the lat is a muscle that extends the shoulder. So when we see that humerus extending backwards, we know that we got lat engagement, and that's going to affect your squat because we don't want to get the back too active. We want to use the hips, the hamstrings, the glutes. So in this position, we want to keep that elbow in the plane of the body. For some people that might not have that flexibility, you might have to bring your hand a little wider, but we still want to see this W when we look at both sides. Okay, so that's the back squat. Now let's go to another common place where the lat takes over, the overhead snatch, the overhead lifts, with the overhead squat as well. So Keith's going to lift overhead, and in this position sometimes we'll see what we call a soft lockout. That elbow doesn't get all the way straight. Instead, it's a little bit bent, a little flexed. Now, one reason why that might happen is because of the lat again. So the lat here needs to be able to release so that the shoulder blade swivels so that ball and socket is in the plane of that arm. If it doesn't swivel, then the tricep, long head of the tricep attaches right here, gets tight. It doesn't allow that elbow to straighten out. The tricep needs to be able to allow that arm to straighten out. If it doesn't happen, we don't blame the tricep, we blame the lat. Okay, so the lats are something we have to take a look at in order to get that overhead position lockout, but also in order to perform your back squats correctly. So we're going to review a lat stretch that we have done in the past, but this is an important one. CrossFitters need to be doing lats every workout, every WOD. So Keith and I are going to head over to this bar here. And here's a three-dimensional lat stretch. We're going to start out with Keith's right arm on the bar. Right foot goes back. Okay? As he gets that foot down, load the heel, we're flexing the back so it stretches the lat in one dimension. Because it's unilateral, it's stretching the lat in a second dimension. And now here's the kicker. We're going to keep the back still, but Keith is going to rotate his pelvis toward the right, toward this side. As his pelvis rotates, this torso doesn't rotate, and now we've got rotation. That's a three-dimensional lat stretch. In this position, Keith's going to hold that for 3 or 4 breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth, and pause. He would do that same thing on the other side. Go ahead and stand up with me, Keith, here. That stretch needs to be in the CrossFitting Bible, because lats are things that get really tight with one-dimensional exercises. We want to keep the body balanced so that lat doesn't affect your overhead work, doesn't affect your squats, you keep your shoulders safe, you keep your back safe. That's getting the most out of your workout. Thanks for watching.